All right, I think this is recording. Welcome back to the Addicted Motors Auto Auction or Rover Auction Review segment. It's been a while since we've done this, and we're back because, well, it's kind of time to restart these quick analysis. These are sub 5 minute videos where I kind of go through some interesting Rovers that are for sale, stuff that's coming up at auction. These are trucks that you might want to bid on. I can help broker, or just for your viewing pleasure. What we have for you today is a 2004 Land Rover Discovery SE. Now, this is a last year model, D2, with only 31,000 miles. It's for sale at a dealership in Pittsburgh, but I'm bringing you this because I was watching this sale prior to it being listed at this dealer, and it was a bit of a bold move. This truck, it went live. It ran live on Manheim probably 2 or 3 months ago, and we were wondering if we could snag it. It would have been a good bring a trailer card. There was obviously a lot of interest in it at the time of the auction, but this was the winning bidder, and this dealership won it. And I believe the hammer price was like 28 or 29 grand. It was almost 30, and I know they started off at 36 or something, and have now dropped it down to 32. So their margins on this are pretty, I mean, it's a couple $1,000 probably. If they sell it, that's fine. But it's the problem, I think, with selling this kind of truck retail, not on a public auction platform, because this truck needs to be put in front of you, whether it pops up on Bring a Trailer or what. I don't think it's probably listed on their public website. I'm not sure where else it's listed, but I don't think this is the kind of thing you pop into your local showroom and purchase because you're looking for it. I think you just kind of have to see it, or your buddy sends you the link, it's live, you get caught up in the moment, and then you bid because it's something you've been looking for. There's a nostalgic appeal or something. So, I mean, this is no crack against the selling dealer. You know, I'm a dealer too. I would have purchased it myself, but I think I would have ended up on Bring a Trailer or another platform like that. So this truck, 31,000 miles, listed in an almost perfect condition. It is in great condition. Just kind of scrolling through the photos now. No major blemishes. I mean, 31,000 miles. This is probably the lowest mileage D2 that I've seen in the States for a while. So just having that as an asset is not a bad thing. The problem, though, is once you store this vehicle, you know, obviously some older Land Rovers are okay sitting, but you know, you start digging in, they sit on the lot, they start to leak something, you realize 31,000 miles, you got some leaky coolant hoses and whatnot. So you start having to get into some maintenance and whatnot. I mean, I think it's almost irrelevant at this mileage. You could sell it with, you know, multiple items needing attention. But it's just a risky endeavor. I think the headliner's starting to go. I think that was the worst of it, right? Because everything else seems to be in pretty good condition. The pictures obviously show the truck in very good condition. Again, and if you're looking for this, this is about the only one for sale in the country, honestly, in this condition. But I think it's more of a discussion around how to market something like this. And, you know, can you get something else for this money? Sure, but can you get a D2 that's in perfect stock condition? Probably not. And if you look at it, look, it's got orange coolant, the engine bay and everything looks good. I'm sure most of the stuff here is original, but it'd be worth checking out in person. It's just a bit of money to spend for something that you'll have to eventually spend more money on. So like I said, it's a cool truck, 2 owners, no accident. It's in Pittsburgh. You know, it's nice. It's just an interesting play to see how long this is going to sit in inventory on a lot before you sell it. You know, it obviously, when you've got a thriving business, you have to put some specialty cars and things like this on your showroom floor to attract people in. You know, maybe if the truck was listed in Florida or Miami or California, it might receive some additional attention. But you know, being out in Pittsburgh, it's tough, right? You know, so the longer it sits, the more issues you might have. There's no underside shots. I believe there's underside shots in the actual Mannheim auction where we watched it sell, and it was super clean. So I'm not saying it has any issues or anything like that, but it's been for sale for a while. The prices have dropped a few times, and it's still out there. So cool truck, decent spec. It would be cool to kind of see in person, to experience one of these things with very low miles, but at the full retail price point, it'd be kind of hard to justify unless you're looking to add it to a collection. Overall, the auction market has seen a bit of a dip in interesting inventory. I've received a lot of requests for L322s and other 405s at this point, but there's been really, at least in the past 2 months, the stuff that's getting traded in or acquired by at least dealers on these Mannheim or public auction platforms is becoming less and less. I'm seeing less and less of them in junkyards. They're just being gobbled up, right, by various sellers and dealers. I mean, the Rover market to me is a little less interesting these days, just because it was an untapped market for so long with decent value if you knew what you were getting into, and now it's pretty saturated with a lot of buyers trying to make a quick buck, or a long buck in this case. But again, it's kind of cool to see. So this is the episode, or the update for today. I'll pop and maybe do one or two of these a week, just depending on what the inventory looks like. We'll also talk about any interesting findings on the podcast platform itself. So feel free to check that out, or shoot me a message on Instagram or at addicted.motors.us@gmail.com if you're looking for something specific. So cool D2, good bit of money, super low miles, great spec. Hopefully it sells, but it's been there for a while. So we'll catch you on the next one.